All right, so I get asked all the time, what is Portland's real estate market like right now? Well, luckily for you, we're going to address that in this video in 5 minutes or less. So it seems like Portland is starting to see a stabilization in the market. And what I mean by that is we've dealt with low inventory for years and years. Now though, we're starting to see an increase in inventory, which means we're starting to stabilize the price and actually getting some amazing opportunities for buyers right now in this market. For example, I recently helped someone where they were able to get their entire closing costs covered by the seller without having to do anything different with the price of the home, which typically what we've seen for the last few years is a buyer would have to go higher in price to get their closing costs covered. So right now the market is definitely starting to stabilize here in Portland. Now, even with the increase in inventory though, we're seeing prices stay relatively flat. From August 2024 to August 2025, Portland saw a 1% decrease in the price of the home, meaning the market, even with the increase in inventory, is actually remaining relatively stable in terms of price. So there's still great opportunities for buyers out there. And if you're a seller, you're not fully selling your home at a discount right now either. If you are a seller, it is so imperative that you have the right pricing strategy in place when you put your home on the market. Because the next part is that homes are actually sitting on the market a little bit longer than they were last year. Last year, the typical home was on the market for about 20 days. Right now is 26 days, which might not seem like a ton, meaning 1 week difference. However, it's taking in both ends of the spectrum of different timeframes homes have been on the market. So work with the right agent. I can connect you with amazing people if you need someone, but truthfully, the right strategy makes all the difference when selling your home. Now, next is going to be the rental market. So if you're an investor, it is very good to know that the rental market is starting to tighten up here in Portland. This is suggesting that with this tightening of the market, that we're seeing an increase in demand from investors for rental properties, especially multifamily homes. In terms of renters, they've been looking at Buckton, Kenton, and the Hawthorne area over the last year. However, many areas are still drawing a ton of interest from renters. Those three have received the biggest interest over the last 12 months. Now, lastly is going to be around affordability and apartment building. Over the last year, less than 54% of what they were expecting to build is being built, meaning 3,900 less units were built this year in Portland. Therefore, we're still seeing a housing crisis for many people, but there are pockets that are affordable. However, this is causing a housing crisis and obviously increasing the rents for renters. So that's a quick wrap on the real estate market so far in Portland. If you want to know what it looks like to buy a home or just see if you could even qualify at this moment in time, reach out to me and I'd be happy to help and see what we can do for you.